guys? I'm Mike, and I am the modern Canadian. Yo, yo, yo! We back. We had our vacation, and we're back from Portugal. If you guys caught the adoption pod yesterday, we had a great episode with Colin QC. Um, had some really good conversations about the arena, about Avalanche, and just good vibes all around. But today, I don't think we're gonna play any games today. I think today I'm actually going to. I want to show you guys how I trade. I've been having some people message me, and people talking about they're getting liquidated and all this, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys how to set up your trades, how I set up my trades, how I do risk management, because I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't be getting liquidated ever. Like, you should never have to worry about getting liquidated, because you should be having really good risk management. So you should only risk 1% of your portfolio. That's what I do every time I trade. And then you can never lose more than 1%. So you got to lose 100 trades before your account's gone, right? And I just trade patterns that are, more likely to succeed. All right, this is music too loud. Loud for me, but like, it doesn't look like the volume mixer is super loud. Oh Lord, okay, we're gonna go there. All right, yeah, let's just jump into it. Today's not gonna be a super long stream, just because I'm not gonna do gaming. We're gonna go into the markets, gonna break down what I've been seeing, what I've been working on today, and then I'm gonna go through, a trade, an example of a trade setup, how I would do it. Okay, so let's start with the Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance, because these are the trendsetters. These are what makes the market move, right? So let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance went all the way up to about, I think the peak here was 65.95%. A lot of us thought we were going to get 70%, but I think it's safe to say that that's probably not going to happen anymore until the bear market. And we're in a downtrend. It's simple as that. Bitcoin dominance rolled over, and then when you have a downtrend, and this is exactly what you're gonna do to Bitcoin when the bear market happens. You're gonna have these rollovers, and you're gonna have these consolidation patterns up, these bear flags, and they're gonna drop down, and you're gonna catch every single one on the way. That's how you, and you're gonna short Bitcoin all the way down when the bear market starts. But so the same idea here. We roll down, eventually we stop, and we start making a pattern, right? So we make a bull flag and it comes down, and then we're making another one now. You can even say it's already breaking out, really. A fake out, came back in, and now we've broken down again. Now, do we come and retest the bottom of this line? Potentially. But I'm looking for Bitcoin dominance to break down. Target here is 58.37%. So altcoins looking good for that. Now let's see, is the money moving from Bitcoin to stable coins, or is it moving to altcoins? So now we look at Tether dominance. Tether dominance. So I had it going on the daily. So I have this red line here. I had Tether dominance going up and getting rejected by the daily 200-day moving average, but it actually looks like we got rejected by the 8-hour 200-day moving average. And it's the second time this has happened. It happened here and it happened here. So I had it going up to here, but I think we can safely say I can maybe move this down now, something like this. Like, it's probably going to make something like this now, right? And we're seeing that now. So do we make another bottom? So this is looking good for altcoins. If this is the top, the little top here, and we're going to come back down for Tether dominance, that means money's flowing to altcoins. It's not, Bitcoin dominance is going down, Tether dominance is going down. Therefore, money has to go somewhere, and money's going to altcoins. It's the next logical answer, right? So I got a couple altcoin trades going on right now. Let's see if I can bring them up here for you. I'm on weeks right now. I got to get set up on some other programs. I have DeFi app as well, and Enclave, but my Enclave is I gotta set up a VPN, so it's really hard to show while I'm streaming because it'll screw up my my stream. But you can use EdgeBot for that, and I'll have to show you on the phone how to do it. So I'll show you what kind of trades I got open. I only have trades open on weeks right now. I got in them quick. I didn't get even a chance to put them on. Get them into the to DeFi app. All right. So I got an Ethereum long, a Solana long, and a Bitcoin long. Bitcoin's up like 1.34%. So I'm only up like 40 cents here. $4.87 for Solana. I'm up 28% on that trade, and my Ethereum trade is down minus 1.36, 1.85%. Looks like it's going up and down 17 cents. No big deal. So I'll show you what I was looking at when I got to those trades. So Bitcoin, I'm trading the 8-hour leg right now. So I'm trading a falling wedge on the 8-hour. I took a bet here that we're gonna not go lower than the 8-hour 200-day moving average. So far, so good. Looks like we have bounced off it, and we're making our way up to the upside, right? So this is a trade that's gonna take probably a day or two to start, moving in my the direction I want. It looks like it's just starting to break out of this falling wedge. But my stop loss is below the 200-day moving average. So basically below this, I have it below this this candle here. So you'll see that, and then it'll just stop me out. And then what I'll do is I'll just wait. Like if it comes back down in the channel, I'll just wait for it to consolidate again. I'll try to break out again. Like this is falling wedges break out more often than they don't. So you're going to be a successful trader just by trading these falling wedges. If you pick certain patterns and just trade those systems over and over and over. But sometimes you just gotta wait for a setup to happen. So this is what I'm trading. I'm waiting for it to break up. Measured move here is like 122, but I put this red line here. This is my take profit line right around here, about 118.71. That's where I'm gonna take my profits. I'm not gonna wait for it to go to the top of the move. I've been getting burned lately, where my measured move should go to my target, but it hasn't been getting there. It's been getting like halfway up, and then kind of rolling over, going sideways. So I'm going to mitigate that, and I'm going to take my profits halfway up. It's still a very good trade for me. So Bitcoin, we're looking for that. And you know what? The stochastic RSI looks like it's going to come up. We're curving back up. The RSI is curving back up. We have, if you put on the little downtrend on the RSI here, where it looks like we're just about to break out, which is kind of coinciding with what I'm seeing here. So I'm betting that we're going to break this falling wedge. We're going to break to the upside, whether it be today, tomorrow, whatever. Most likely tomorrow at this point. We got 6 hours before this candle closes, so we'll see. It's kind of just like sideways, like nothingness, but we'll see what happens tomorrow when the market opens. So everything looks pretty good. And if we look at the daily for Bitcoin, the daily looks like the stochastic RSI has come to the bottom. It's gonna come to the bottom, maybe flatline for a bit and roll back up. So that looks pretty good too to me. The 4-hour looks a little, it could be not overheated, but it's gonna stop soon. Like it's not too. The RSI is low, so I can probably just ignore the stochastics on the 4 hours and look at the RSI, because the RSI is pretty damn low. So, but yeah, the 4-hour doesn't look super hot. The 1 hour looks like it's gonna come down. Looks like we have a double top here. So again, I could be wrong here. I took a gamble here. It looked like we were breaking out the falling wedge, and I like trading falling wedges. I trade falling wedges. I'm going to be more successful than I'm not. So we'll see what happens here. But the 8-hour looks good for me. The 8-hour looks good to me. The daily looks pretty good. So I'm going to go with the longer time frames, because the higher the time frame, usually the more accurate it is. All right, so let's look at Ethereum. Been tracking Ethereum for a while. I've been tracking this falling wedge basically since it started, and we broke out. We're just starting a breakout right here. This is my trade right here. So I have my stop loss below this candle here, and then I have my my target is 54.34, but my take profits can be at the top of this falling wedge, essentially right at 48.60. And that's where I'm going to take my profits. I'm not even going to let it go to the top. We'll wait for it to, like, if we get up here and we keep going up, I'll just wait. I'll catch a flag on the way up. Catch a bull flag or something like that on the way up. All right. Let me, I just lost my chat for a second. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so that's what I got for Ethereum. That's what I'm trading right now. It looks like I'm still good in this trade, honestly. Like we broke out. We're out of this falling wedge. So like I'll just leave it here. You know, stochastic RSI looks like it's curling back up. We got plenty of room to the upside on the 8-hour. 4-hour again. The 4-hour kind of looks like it's the stochastic side, but the RSI is in the neutral line, so we're pretty good here. Again, the hourly doesn't look super fancy, but that can reset. It is kind of rounding a bit, so I could get stopped out here. This could not work out for me, but I'm going with the 8-hour. To be honest, I'm fine with like it coming back into the channel, and then I'll just try again. I'll try again if it comes back to the bottom of the channel, and then I'll probably get back in again somewhere around the middle. But everything's looking good. Like, so that's why, like, when I look at these, I'm like, oh man, it looks like it could roll over. But then I look at like tether dominance, and tether dominance doesn't look like it's, you know, like, tether dominance looks like it's coming down, and Bitcoin dominance is clearly breaking down. So it tells me altcoins are going to go up. Like, I have more things telling me altcoins are going to go up than not. Link has been super strong. Link, I missed this one. I saw the falling wedge too late, and it broke out, and I didn't want to chase it, so I put a little trade out here just to show what it would look like. But I didn't actually take this trade. This I missed, so we'll just have to wait for this to probably come back to the 21 moving average at some point. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin is another one. I missed this one too. Falling wedge, broke out to the upside. It looks good. Like, altcoins look like they're going up. Maybe a double bottom here, but like we're good. Like, we're up. If you got this trade, man, from the breakout, you're up like 6.68% right now. So Dogecoin looks good. Altcoins are looking good. Like, if we just zoom out, like, let me go back to Bitcoin for a second. Like, if we just zoom out, it's really not bad. Like, in 2017, we had way worse dips than this, right? Like, this is nothing. Let's go to the daily. So this is your all-time high. It looks like you have a double top. So let's pull a Fibonacci and see what we're looking at and where this dump could go to. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. What is going on here? Oh, is it alt tap? Okay, I was pressing Control F. I was like, what the hell's going on here? All right, let's pull a fib and see what we're looking at here. All right. So if we go, just playing around with it here. Okay, so it looks like if we pull it for this impulse here, looks like we had a 618 bounce. If this is the case. So if I'm correct, we're bouncing off the 618. We're going to come back up. We have like an 80-something% chance that we're going to cut rates in September. So again, I can't see that. That's what everyone's been waiting for. That's the pivot. Like, that's printing money print and go bear. So I don't see how that can be bearish. Mind you, I think that'll get priced in before we get to that because everybody knows it's going to happen. But I also want to let you know that this could also be an M pattern. But again, it looks like it's completing. We made the M, so this is why it kind of makes sense that we have this bounce now, because we did have the dump. That was it. That might have just been it. And then if we look at, you know, overall, like, this is, oops, oh, what am I doing here? I'm all over the place, guys. All over the place today. I'm still like jet lagged from like my vacation. I'm still like, my sleep schedule is like so screwed right now. But look here, touch here, still an uptrend. This is not a downtrend. We haven't broken structure yet, right? The daily, I'm still on the daily. Looks like this stochastic RSI is gonna bottom out. It's already below, so like it's just a matter of time before it curls up. Might be a day or two. What are we at? Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday. So yeah, it could kind of go down maybe tomorrow. And then maybe towards the weekend start going. You know how Sundays for some reason you start to get pumps on the weekend, and then Monday come back to normal, right? But that's kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So what I wanted to go through with you guys is risk management and how I set up trades. So let me go through that and show you what I'm looking at. So we're gonna do an example here with Cardano. We go. The 8-hour time frame has been kind of my jam today. It's been showing me, I've been seeing falling wedges on the 8-hour more than I have not. All right, let's see what Cardano looks like here. This looks like more of like a, not so much a falling wedge, but a channel. Okay. Let's just draw it really, really nice and pretty. Okay, here we go. So this is what I would do. If I was to set up a trade, I'd put it here. Maybe we can even. No. I think we're safe. Safer here. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So this is my falling channel here. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take, now we've identified that we have a falling channel, okay? We're not going to trade until this breaks out. So I will pull this flag, the impulse here, and this will be your breakout target. So depending on, now, mind you, this can consolidate down quite a ways, right? This can still bounce in this channel multiple times. It can even come down to this 200-day moving average on the 8-hour, or close to it. Or let's see where the 4-hour 200-day moving average is. Again, it could come back down here and retest at the bottom of the channel. Very possible. This actually looks nicer on the 4-hour, so I'm going to keep this on the 4-hour. So we have our measured move. So whenever it decides it wants to break out, this is where it's going to go. So for example, if I believe this is going to be the breakout here, it's going to come up and we're going to break out here, I will put my trade like this. We'll go to a long position. We'll wait for it to break out. So we'll look for it breaking the channel here. Here we go. Our target would be up here, and our stop loss would be getting back into the channel. We lose this trend line here, right? That would be it. So let's try to make a 3-to-1 reward ratio. So 3.04. So our stop loss here is 4.68%. So I'm gonna bring up my calculator here. You guys can't even see it. Oh crap. All right, hold on. Let me change something. I can maybe make sure you guys get this. I'm gonna actually have to do display capture, I think. Let's see here. Display capture. There we go. There we go. Let me just get rid of this. Then we'll make this a little smaller. Just gonna overlay it right up over top this guy here. Because I want you guys to see the calculator, because it's very important to see how we set up our trades. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my calculator. Now, say, for example, your trading portfolio is $1,000. So you would do $1,000 divided by 0.01, which is 1%. And, oops, wow, what am I doing? 1,000, times 0.01% would be $10. So 1% of your portfolio is $10. Now, you would take your $10 and you look at your long position here on TradingView. You'd have 4.68 is where my stop loss is. You can see that at the bottom there with where it says stop, 4.68%. So you would divide $10 by 0.0468. So yeah, so that would give you 213. So that is your position size. So if you were to do a trade, I'm just going to show you on weeks real quick. So for example, this was Cardano, right? So let's go to Cardano. Where's Cardano? Here we go. ADA. So this is how it would look. You're going to go, first of all, you're going to trade on isolated combined. You're not going to go to cross. Right? We don't want to liquidate our entire portfolio. So what I would do to set up this trade is I see my target's going to be here at 94.56. So I put a trigger order in. I'm going to go 0.9456, right? And then my position size, we already found out was $213. $213. This is a long position, so I go long here, and I would look at my take profit would be $1.08, but we're probably gonna go right here at the top of this channel, so $1.199. So I'll put a line here because it doesn't always go to the top of the move. I've noticed it goes about halfway up sometimes. If we're super bullish, it will rip all the way up to your target. But I don't feel like the market is super bullish right now. So we'll just take profits at the top of this channel just to retest this here at $1.199. So my take profit would be 1.099. Okay, that would be a $52 profit. And my stop loss would be down here at 90 cents, 91.3. So I'd go 0.9013. Hold on a second. That can't be right. Oh yeah, that's right, because the price is not there. So it's not going to show you. So what that should show you is your loss would actually be $10. It would be $10. And because the price is not actually at thing now, so I'll give you an example. Like now, for example, if you got in now and you put your stop loss, say at the 200-day moving average, and you put your target up here and you take profit here, same idea. It's going to change your numbers though. So $1,000 times 0.01 is $10. Divided by, now it's 6.73. So my position size is 148 USDC. So it's 148. 148, and we'll go market because this is market price. So 148, if we're going to long, and our take profit is at this red line, which is $1.199. 1.199. So it's a $22 trade right there. And our stop loss would be 82.32. 0.8232, $9.3 or less. So you're only risking $9, $9.3. So less than 1% of your portfolio. That's how you set up your trades. Pick your system, pick your trade to get into, how you're going to trade, and this is how you do it. You set it up on your trading view or on your whatever chart you decide to use. So you should be looking at the market. You should be projecting the pattern that you're going to play. So I'm already looking at this pattern. I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to set my long up, when we get out of the pattern, when we break it. So I want to set up for the break. So what I can do is I can already set up the break and then put where my stop loss is going to be, for example. Then I can go over to my trading platform, and then I can already put a trigger order in for it to happen, because I believe that's what's going to happen. Then it'll automatically happen even if I'm not at the charts all day, right? Because I'm at work, so I got to automate it, and that's what you do. You automate it in that way. So that's how I set up my trades. It's really not rocket science. Like you should never get liquidated that way. You're gonna lose a trade, you lose $10. Okay, boom, you get back into the next trade. You wait for the next setup, and then it manages your emotions, and there's no chasing, there's no emotion attached to your trade, so you're actually able to to get this done, and when you can do it with a clear head, essentially, because you get problems like for example, today I woke up, I got into a trade, I put a short in Bitcoin, I was up $18, but I was trading on the minute chart, and I learned a lesson today. I was up $18 in trade. I was up 5-10% in the trade. I thought I was going to go a certain way. It didn't. It went back up, and I lost the trade. Right? The lesson learned here was I should have pulled the profits when I was up quite a bit. I was 50% up to my move, so now I'm going to do that from now on. And then I lost the trade, but the idea, the feeling I had was I wanted to chase. I'm like, okay, now it's going up. I want to go long. I want to make that money back. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to chase here. I'm going to wait. because the old me would have done that. The old me would have like chased it, and like I would have taken that same trade, flipped it again from short to a long, and then what happens when you do that is like you add more fees because you pay a fee, a maker taker fee every time you make a trade. So you're just adding more fees when you do that. So don't get into that. Don't chase the market. Just wait for your next setup to happen. All right. So we got where do we leave off here? So that's Cardano. Let's go back to that's pretty much it. Like honestly, like there's not really much more I can talk about like in that sense. Like everything's kind of in the same fallen wedge. Almost every altcoin looks. It's crazy how they all look the same. Big time. Like almost everything looks the same. Ondo's. I got Ondo in the same thing too, and a lot of them have already broken out. Right? They're looking to recoup some key moving averages. Right? And like Ondo's, kind of struggling with the 200-day moving average. Again, M pattern, and we might come back down to here. Like it may finish. We got the M pattern may complete right down here. We might come up here and then back down here, bounce off it. So I'm honestly right now the market's like I'm not super excited about these trades I'm in because I'm not 100% sure they're gonna win. To be honest, again, falling wedges break to the upside more often than they don't. But just because they break out to the upside doesn't mean they continue up, right? There's been a lot. If you look at like, I think it was a Cockinu, right? We broke out, came up, and we kind of like rolled over and just come down. And it does this quite a bit. Like, see, we had this big falling wedge. We broke out and kind of went sideways for a while before we start to actually break up. So, very possible for these things to happen. So, it's wait and see. And I'm just taking stabs at it. Every time I have a falling wedge that breaks out, I take a stab at it. If the pattern is I believe falling wedges are 64 to 73% success rate to break to the upside. So, if I keep taking stabs of them, they're going to win, right? So find a pattern, find a system that works for you, and please use risk management. Don't risk more. Like the idea is to protect your portfolio, and every trade, if you're only risking 1%, like you can have to lose 100 trades to liquidate your portfolio. So the idea is if you're a 50 or 60% trader, you're going to win more. If your wins outweigh your losses, you can have like 10 losses, but if one win outweighs all those losses, then it doesn't really matter, right? So just take it slow. There's no rush. There's always another trade. Back when I started trading, what I noticed, like I was chasing and I got to get in this trade now. No, there's always another trade. There's so many entries and chances to get in. Just be patient, and I swear when you start getting that discipline, you're gonna start winning more. Ever since I've been implementing this strategy in this risk management portfolio or risk management, I've been having a cooler head, and I don't feel bad when I lose a trade anymore. It's like, okay, I lost the trade. What did I do wrong? What happened? Let's analyze what happened. What can I do better? And then just move on to the next one. And it's like, if my trading portfolio is $1,000 and I lose $10, big deal, right? I can make that back. I'm confident. All right, so that's the markets, guys. It's we're still in a bull market. Again, we're coming to like we got this week, and then next week it's the end of August, going into September. I still think it's a matter of time, but altcoins are looking good. Like altcoin season is basically starting. Like it's here. When we got Bitcoin dominance in a downtrend, I can't see us not popping up like crazy. So just give it time. Watch your Bitcoin dominance. Watch your Tether dominance. That'll give you an idea of the sentiment of the market, right? Watch for this Tether dominance to start really coming down. So when Tether dominance starts to really drop, it's going to be time to go. And I'm waiting for Ethereum to make a new all-time high. Honestly, when Ethereum makes a new all-time high, I think things are going to start to get real crazy, really fast. Like it's going to be crazy, really fast. We're going to get that euphoria stage again, and it's going to be probably September, October. To be honest, I don't expect so much for August. Maybe a little bit at the end of the month, but that's it. Quick little stream today, guys. Only half an hour. I am like zonked from my from streaming last night, and then also just like my jet lag. So if you guys have any questions, just send me a message on X or whatever. I'm always here to help you guys out. And thanks for coming by and checking out the stream, guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one.